Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections Magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections Magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections Magazine.
I Give You Peace Ministries is on a mission with an awesome purpose, led by Pastor Peace. Their mission is to raise funds to build a multi-purpose building, which will include a state-of-the-art facility for youth in the community, a senior program that will include various activities, and it will also include a kitchen to provide.
Terrell Goodman is the CEO of TS&F Consultant and Management LLC, a veteran-owned and operated family business that offers professional services for veterans. This company operates with a group of associate members with an average of 38 years of hands-on experience in their respective professions. They are committed to the highest principles, standards, and values to assure each client's success. To find out more, contact TS&F Consultant and Management LLC today. Just call 877-365-0817, extension 104.
Great day. This is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections Magazine. Hope all is well with everyone, and make sure you like and share. This is going to be a phenomenal broadcast on today. So thank you for joining us. So let me tell you a little bit about Divine Connection. So Divine Connection is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. I love networking with individuals that are entrepreneurs, pastors, anybody in the community making great things happen. So how can you get connected with Divine Connections? So you can subscribe to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com for updates and news. Then we are on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. And then on Instagram, we are on Divine Connections, one word. And then you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections. All right. Again, that is The Divine Connections. And you subscribe and click that notification button. Okay. Awesome. So next on our agenda is, if you have not ordered your copy of Divine Connections Magazine yet, and I don't know where to do it, but however, it is go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. Okay. And you can get your copy of Divine Connections Magazine. Also, what's next on the agenda is the opportunity to win. My next event is coming very soon, Saturday, September 11th in Haw River, North Carolina. There are going to be gospel artists, praise bands, moms, vendors and food trucks, and we're going to network and worship together and give God all the glory. So I have about 6 more spots. If you would like to win, please do so, or text me at 336-338-8903. Next on our agenda, if you have a 30-second, or if you would like a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, your ministry, your book, your gospel artist, we provide those as well. That is one of the services that we provide for you. So if you're interested, I would love to serve you. And you can email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. Also, if you would like to be a sponsor, as I come on Wednesdays, before and after the show, we connect with different businesses and entrepreneurs, and we are given an opportunity for you to be on for 3 months as it comes on as a 30-second spot for video. If you would like to be a sponsor, and that's only $150. So if you're interested in that, make sure you email Divine Connections Magazine at gmail.com. And then last but not least, the event is on the way. You can go ahead and get your ticket. Tickets are only $12. Okay, only $12 for the Saturday, September 11th event, and that's going to be in Hall River, North Carolina, and that is my 11th magazine anniversary. Okay, awesome. So that is Divine Connections news. And also, what I would like to do right now is just bring on an introduction of who my special guest is going to be. And trust me, she is phenomenal, and you will hear her all around the world for sure. So let's give just a little insight so we can share to you or give to you who this wonderful, awesome young woman is. And she's going to talk about representing your brand. Okay, awesome. So here we are.
Hi, I'm Barbara H. Smith, known as the Masterful Presenter. If you could figure out a universal language, personality code that connects with potential clients, how powerful would that be? I empower people to communicate better what they do, what they have, and what they bring to the table. People love to buy. I don't need you to sell it to me. I come in there with an intention, and that's what you're going to do going forward. You're going to go into networking events with intention.
I am here benefiting from the wisdom of Barbara Smith. She gave so much information on how I can just excel in my business, and I'm taking it to a whole nother level.
I'm learning a lot that I didn't really know about my business.
The information that she's been presenting has been informative and helpful to me.
If you have not been in the presence of Miss Holmes Smith, you need to make sure you do so. Her workshops are authentic. She comes with such training, and she just graces you with her presence, and she allows you to feel the experience like none other before.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I want to introduce to you none other than the one and only Miss Barbara Holmes Smith.
Hey, Dolores.
How are you?
Phenomenal. If I get any better, there'd have to be two of me, and the world ain't ready for that. They ain't ready. They ain't ready.
I love it. I love it. I have always loved your energy, just the type of person that you are, what you do for the community. So let us go in and share with everybody. Tell them a little bit. Well, we just saw the video, a little bit about yourself, but why did you get started, or how did you get started in what you do?
Well, my background, thank you so much, first of all, for allowing me to be on this show. I am honored and privileged and so grateful that you invited me to come and speak with you. My background is actually in computer technology, information systems technology. Yes, I'm a geek with a personality.
But I love it because I've been trying to do something for a long time. She just showed me how to do it. So I'm grateful. Continue.
So what happened was, the long story short is, I could talk to the geeks and understand what they said because I'm a geek. Mm-hmm. But I could also talk to the real people who didn't understand what the geeks were saying.
Right.
So I would talk between them as the liaison between the geeks and the people that could speak real English. And so it became a thing where I would train in geekdom, and then I would train the real people how to do the stuff the geeks wanted to do.
Right.
So I started just teaching and loved it. And then one day, one of my coworkers said, "Have you ever thought about teaching on a collegiate level?" And I said, "Don't you have to have a PhD to do that?" And he said, "No, you have your master's degree. I'm going to tell my daughter to hire you."
Oh.
I said, "Okay." So he did, and she did. And I was flabbergasted that she listened to her dad, because how many parents listen? I mean, how many children listen to their parents? Okay, right. So I started teaching at the collegiate level, and then I started thinking to myself, I probably could do this on my own. So I tried it for a while. It didn't work because I didn't know how to conduct and run a business. It's one thing to have passion, and it's another thing totally different to know how to run a business. I joined the Black Mastermind Group. Shout out to Dr. Donetta Watson.
Yeah.
And learn how to do numbers, do business by the numbers.
Mhm.
And then I met some people and I started my own business as a speaker, trainer, coach. Met
Yeah.
Dr. West. Dr. West took me to Africa recently in the last couple of weeks. I joined him in his delegation. Met Dr. Kelly, who gave me the opportunity to be on my own television show. So I am on the Barbara H. Smith show on Tuesday evening. Whoop, whoop. God is good.
Yes.
And so here I am, an international speaker now.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And you definitely have a passion for what you do,
Love
and it
it.
makes a significant difference. So we are grateful for that. So she
What
speaks
else
all
could you do
over
and
the world.
love it?
Yes, I love it. I love it. So you connect with different entrepreneurs all over the world. And there's when you're presenting your business, I love the video of representing your brand. When you're presenting your business, they tell you have, I don't know what the time is, maybe 30 seconds to get their attention before they're turned off. And so there is something that you do that's called either introduction or elevator pitch. So let's go into that a little bit.
Okay. Well, you actually have 3 to 5 seconds to
3 to
capture someone's
5.
attention.
Wow.
So
Okay.
most people today have the attention span of a goldfish. Let's say that.
True that.
Okay.
True that.
So you have about 3 to 5 seconds to capture someone's attention. And when you do that, they're really not asking you what you do, even though that's the question. People will always, how many times have you heard the question, so what do you do? And really what they're asking is, what can you do for me? What's in it for me with them? What's in it for me? And so you have to be able to capture their attention in the first 30 seconds. So I teach how to create an introduction, different from a bio, to capture a person's attention. Whether it's an introduction for you to give to someone to read when you're getting ready to present, or whether you're meeting someone for the first time and they ask you the question, what do you do? I have created a structure, a formula of how you do it. So the first part of it just talks about what you do, what you have, what you bring to the table, and then why would anybody care? Which is the last thing I just recently added, because you can talk and talk and talk,
Right.
but if the person you're speaking to is not interested, people have become very polite at turning you off and nodding their heads. Oh, so you get this, oh, and then they walk away. That's how you know they're not interested. But here's how you know if they are interested. So tell me about that. Tell me more. What does that mean? If you get that, now you know you've caught their attention and they're interested in what you're saying. So how does it work? What you do, we do a structure. We have a class full of doing this. What you do. So you tell me who you serve. That's what you do. Who are you serving? That's what you do. What are you giving? That's the first thing you want to tell people, what you're giving. Because we live in a society where a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people are taking. It's refreshing when you tell somebody what you give. So the first thing I start out with in my introduction is, I help people. Notice that I help people. And what do I help them do? I help them communicate better. I help them communicate better. What do you do? So the next thing is, you help people do what? You help people connect, Dolores.
Yeah.
I help people connect. And people might say, so how do you do that? Then you give them what you have. What you have is your experience, your education, your years of service, all of that. So after I say the words, I help people communicate better what they do, what they have, what they bring to the table, and why anyone would care. Then I go into, with over 20 years experience in speaking, training, and coaching, I can help you create an intro that's going to make somebody go, wow. And so my literal intro when I go to speak on a platform, I didn't give you my intro to give to everybody, but my literal intro is hand it to someone to read on a piece of paper that I've written. And it goes like this. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing to the stage or platform right now was an engineer by 3 years old, an instructor by 8 years old, and a race car driver by the ripe old age of 16 years old. Help me welcome to the stage, Barbara H. Smith.
Awesome.
Now, what just happened in your mind when you heard that?
I want to meet her. I want to see what she's got.
Who is this woman?
Yeah.
Who is this person? That's better than in 1976, she graduated from high school and she started a career as an actress, which was failed. And she went to the University of Wisconsin for 3 years and got her master's. Yeah. So when you start doing that, people start going, or they pick up their cell phone and they start texting, typing. So you want to capture 3 to 5 minutes, 3 to 5 seconds. I told you, you got 3 to 5 seconds to capture it, nail it, and get them to listen. And everybody loves stories.
Yeah.
Stories sell. Facts tell, but stories sell. So you're telling them a story about yourself. But you're doing it in third person and you're giving it to the presenter, the person who's the host, the person who's going to introduce you. Because one of the things that annoys me more than anything else is for somebody to give me the bio of the person that I'm going to listen to, and then somebody else come up and read it to me. That's rude. Because adults can read. So don't read me a bio.
Great.
That will turn people off really, really fast. Because if you're in an event, right? You're in an event. If there's a program, you've been in church.
Yeah.
You get the program. Most everybody sits down and reads the program before the program starts. Am I right? Program has the bio of the speaker. Am I right?
Right.
And then somebody says, let me introduce you to the speaker. And they come up and read the same thing that I just read.
For knowing me for how was it, 2 years maybe now?
Yes.
Okay. So give an example of what you think like I would say as an intro for me, just from you knowing me from like the last 2 years and what I do.
Well, see, we would have to get really deep down into what you do. So what we would do is talk about things that you enjoyed as a child. Let's do an impromptu mini training of how I do the representative introduction. We're going to use you as the candidate.
Okay.
So Dolores, when you were a little girl, give me some things that you loved to do and something funny about something in your past, a little story about something in your past that you can think of that was funny, that just was crazy funny, something silly, something that people don't know about.
Okay, so I love family. I love church. I love just fellowship. And one of the things that was funny is when my mom and dad, we would go to church on a Wednesday night, and they would drive separate cars because they were both coming from work, and they would forget, it was 4 of us, and they would forget us at church because mom would think dad had us and dad would think mom have us. So about the time they go to the grocery store on Wednesday, they both get to the grocery store and realize they ain't got the kids. So that was always like hilarious to us. And then so the pastor, which is also our cousin, he would take us to Burger King. So he's like, y'all want something to eat? And we'd be like, yeah. So I was always excited when they left us. You know what I'm saying?
So here's how I would spin that. So what age were you?
Oh, geez. Now that I don't remember.
Let's
just say 8.
Okay. At the age of 8, I was a latchkey kid. At the age of 8, I was abandoned in the grocery store. At the age, you see what I'm, you see how I did this?
Right.
What you do is take something that's true and spin it. So let me tell you how the spin went for my 16-year-old race car driver story. There's 3 different stories. And you take 3 of them and you put them in consecutive order. So the 16-year-old race car driver. My father was a business owner. He was an entrepreneur, and he fixed air conditioning in cars.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of that, he had access to all kinds of cars.
Mm-hmm.
And he one time bought a race car. I was 15 years old and I couldn't drive it, but it was my car. So I would sit in the car like every day until I turned 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I turned 16, I was able to drive this 1968 Plymouth Barracuda hatchback Hemi engine, 475 torque engine,
Mm-hmm.
right? When I tell that story, and when I turned 16, I could drive the car.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was a 16-year-old race car driver.
All right.
So you see how I spun that?
Right.
Did I lie?
No.
Was it a race car?
Yes.
Did I drive it?
And we were
Race car driver.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
So that's the thing you're doing with your stories.
Mm-hmm.
And that's intriguing. That's more intriguing than just saying, I went to school in 1980 and got a master's. Really? They read that already. Tell me something I don't know.
That's
and
good.
That's what you're doing with your story. And so I teach you how to compose it so that people get it. The introduction is one thing, and the story behind it is something else.
Okay. That's good.
Are you following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have some more stories. We all have them. You have some more stories. I need you to dig up some good ones.
Okay.
And then you and I can sit down and talk about how you put that together.
Awesome. Wonderful. So tell us what you have coming up, maybe some workshops or what you do with individuals that are listening, like, I need an elevator pitch, or, I need some training. Share that information.
Well, I do corporate training as well. So I teach all kinds of different things. I teach technical writing. I have a book that just came out in June. Speak, Coach, Train, Strategies, Discover Your Passion. It's on Amazon. You can go to Amazon.com and type in Barbara H. Smith and the book will come up. And it's also on my website. You can get the downloadable version, the PDF version, at www.barbarahsmith.com. Pretty easy to remember my website. It's my name. Okay, so you could go there. But I also do a masterclass that's complimentary for now on Tuesday nights at 7, Tuesdays, twice on Tuesdays at 7 a.m., very bright and early in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Or late at night, 10:15, and you can come to that class. It's bit.ly/VIP capitalized speakers. VIP speakers. And you could go there and come on and just jump in, get in where you fit in. We talk about techniques of speaking, communicating, and how to keep your audience engaged. And let me tell you something. You may think I'm not a speaker. You may think I'm not a trainer. I'm not a coach. But get this. Words are important. And how you deliver them, whether it's to your spouse, to your child, to your boss, to your coworkers, to your business associates, to the people you talk to in the grocery store. If you know how to speak the language and talk the talk, you can pretty much get anything you want in this world.
Come on
but
now.
If you don't know how to emote, how to connect, come on, Divine Connections.
Yes.
To get your point across, you will be stuck in your life for the rest of your life. And so we teach you how to communicate better. It is very obvious that I know how to speak. There is no question about that. But what you don't know is I used to stutter.
Wow.
I was on a program on Monday, and one of the presenters asked me, so do you still have, like, President Biden still has a tick? He still, stops and stutters. Do you still have something like that? Because I noticed you don't say And I said, yes, I do still have remnants of stuttering, but I recognize when I do it. You don't recognize when I do it, but I recognize when I do it because I do it when my brain goes faster than my mouth.
Mm.
And when my brain starts to go faster than my mouth and I recognize it, I pause. You don't know that's what I'm doing, but I pause.
Right.
I stop talking and I get quiet for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because what being silent does is causes people to lean in to listen to you.
That's
But
good.
people think they have to keep going. And you don't. Just stop. Pause.
Right.
Breathe. And so that's what I do when I find myself getting ready to stutter.
Wow.
The other thing I do is I laugh at myself a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really authentic with me. Because guess what? I'm the only me I know how to be.
Okay.
So many people are afraid to take off the mask and just be themselves. Guess what? You're the only you that God created.
That's right.
And you are magnificent. You are amazing. I talk about it in my book on page 13 that we have the creator in us.
That's right.
It's amazing the things our body does. Like, did you know there are 26 tiny little bones in your feet that hold up your entire weight? 26 little bones. Did you know that you pump 5.5 liters of blood through your heart every single minute?
Wow.
You're magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
Fearfully and wonderfully made.
Amen to that.
You know, we have the megapixels in our eyes
Mm-hmm.
are more powerful than the fanciest, most expensive camera on the planet.
Mm.
Powerful we are.
Yes.
But yet we walk around with that 4-letter F word all the time. Fear.
Mm.
So y'all went somewhere else with that. Fear. And we know it as false evidence appearing real.
Mm-hmm.
But what if we turned it around and start saying that FEAR stands for, wait for it, face everything and rise.
All right. I love that.
If we face everything and rise, knowing that God is our strength and nothing that comes against us can prosper,
Mm.
where would we be? But it's here. It's in our mind. Have you ever seen fear? Like, you know, there's some fear there. No, because it doesn't exist except in here.
Mm.
You can see a pen that exists, but fear doesn't exist unless you let it exist.
That's right.
So
Love
I
that.
teach mind power and how wonderfully we're made. And once you get that, your life changes forever. So that's what I teach. And that's, you know, once I teach you how to face everything and rise using your mind power, and once I teach you how to speak, you got it on lock. Your life is so different. And you know what's sad is it took me so long to figure it out. And I want to tell everybody, all you got to do is think the thing.
Yeah.
I heard a pastor once say, if you don't see it before you see it, you never will see it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not seeing it with your physical eye. It's seeing it in your mind before you see it. And then it will manifest in God's time. It will.
Amen.
I'm a witness.
Amen.
I am a witness.
I love it. I love it. Face everything and rise. I love that. Wonderful. So we're going to give some contact information, how people can contact you and find you. You can tell about your website and your calendar.
Okay. So you can reach me at www.barbarahsmith.com. And if you want to just jump on my calendar, it's all set up for you to go to bit.ly/Barbara H. Smith and pick the Let's Chat We don't have to, there is no commitment necessary. If you just want to chat with me, that's how you get in touch with me. A 15-minute phone call, and we can talk about a bunch of stuff in 15 minutes. And it's absolutely free for you to do that. bit.ly/Barbara H. Smith. Just jump on my calendar, choose the Let's Chat option, and we'll talk.
Awesome. Awesome. And then tell us about your book.
The book is on Amazon, $24.99. The book is, if I have to say so, it's a little amazing, because what it does is not just a book you read from cover to cover. It's a resource book. It's a self-development book, how to discover your passion. I was talking to a lady the other day who doesn't know what she wants. She just got her doctorate degree, and she doesn't know what she wants to be when she grows up. That was me. Not with the doctorate degree part, but walking around for years and years and years, not knowing what I wanted to be. So I give you strategies in this book of how to discover your passion, and then how to act on that passion. Because you see, I was a teacher since I was 8 years old. That's one part of my stories. I used to take my little sisters and put them in front of a piece of paper and say, okay, we're going to do these tests. I would give them spelling tests and math tests. I was a teacher from way back then, but I always thought teachers didn't make enough money, and I wanted to make some money. Let's be real. I wanted to make money. But I didn't know that the gift that I have is really about teaching. And so I found a way through computers to teach. And now I teach all kinds of things. I'm always learning, because in order to be a great teacher, you've got to be a great learner. So I'm always learning great things to teach other people. And in the book, I tell you this one thing, and I'm going to let Dolores take it away. There are many people who are afraid or ashamed to give away information. Why? Because they think somebody's going to excel and exceed where they are. Well, that's not my philosophy. Here's my philosophy on that. If I give you everything I know, and I don't mind doing that, I get to keep it all. So why not share?
Love it. Love it. So last but not least, leave us with a word of encouragement.
Okay. I'm going to quote Bruce George of Genius is Common. You can lie about your intention, but your actions will snitch.
I love that. I love that.
So be intentional, do everything with integrity, and be authentic. Just be you. You're the only you that matters. You're the only you that you can be.
Yes,
that's my 2 cents.
Love it, love it, love it. It has been a pleasure. Love you too. It has been a pleasure to have you on my platform. I know great things are going to continue to happen in your family, in your business, with yourself, and things that are to come. And so you guys make sure you stay connected to Miss Barbara H. Smith. She's doing phenomenal things in the community. So make sure you guys connect. Thank you, Miss Barbara, for coming on today.
Thank you.
Awesome. You are such a blessing. So we're going to go to some sponsors in just a few seconds, but I just wanted to say thank you for your time. Thank you for what you do, and continue to make it happen. And this is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the #1 Divine Connector. Thank you again, Miss Barbara.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. All right, you hold tight while I take them to the sponsors.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I Give You Peace Ministries is on a mission with an awesome purpose. Led by Pastor Peace, their mission is to raise funds to build a multi-purpose building, which will include a state-of-the-art facility for youth in the community, a senior program that will include various activities, and it will also include a kitchen to provide meals to the community. Support the building fundraiser today. Donate to Cash App $Walk of Peace or PayPal.me/IGYP Ministries.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started.